Hi YouTube, I'm making a help video because I need help. So I normally wouldn't make this kind of content, but let me just cut to the chase. I downloaded the most recent Ventura thing for Mac, like the newest update, 13.3. And ever since then, my webcam for Canon has stopped working. And Canon specifically has drivers that you can use to make sure that your webcam of any sort will be able to work with OBS, Zoom, FaceTime, Discord, etc. And because Canon hasn't updated it yet, I can't get them to work. And I just wanted to make a video about this, just letting you know that you're not alone. I haven't really looked this up on YouTube yet, but I'm sure there's other people that are like me that are having this issue, specifically because I've called Canon multiple times now, and they told me that other people are calling about this. One thing I will say is that I called them once, and this man, very rude. I'm so mad at him. He was like, oh, if you have a micro HDMI to like a full HDMI cord, it'll 100% make your webcam work, and the drivers won't be essential. Like, you won't need to worry about the drivers that you download. It'll just work. So I bought one. I'm actually going to return it, but this is what they look like. I went to multiple different stores trying to find one of these. I wasn't able to find it in Best Buy, Office Depot. I went to like a small chain. I called a small chain tech store within Los Angeles, and they were like, oh, I can get you an adapter. And I was like, well, I want to, like, what if this works? I want my HDMI cord that I do have on hand to be used for potentially something else. Like, I don't want to sacrifice my HDMI cord just because these drivers aren't working. So I went to Amazon, I bought one of these cords. I didn't realize how small it was going to be. And I tried it, and it didn't work. It doesn't activate anything. It doesn't show up as anything. And then later I went on the phone with Canon to ask them to help me troubleshoot this cord, and they said, oh, that was never going to work in the first place. So, if a Canon person tells you to buy one of these, don't listen to them. That's what this video is for. Because Canon people will lie to you! And maybe the person that told me that this was never going to work in the first place was also wrong. But there is a lot of miscommunication, and I just want to tell you my experience because I'm sick of this. I'm so exhausted. I want the drivers to be downloaded. When a driver isn't downloaded, it'll say, this is what it'll look like. It'll say, EOS webcam utility not functional. And I just want to show you the drivers that we have on hand. So, I have an EOS M200 EF 15 to 45 millimeter. I have a Mac. My EOS version is macOS Ventura 13. They haven't updated this since March 30th. You can probably see on my screen, maybe you can't, but it is April 7th. All of these have been downloaded. I have downloaded every single one of these. These are what all the apps will look like. The registration tool, network setting tool, utility 3, illustration, professional 4, and picture style editor. Those are all the things that you're downloading, just to give you a visual representation of what they look like. None of them are working. I can't get it to work. I turn on my Canon. I mean, it gets so exhausted with all the tomfoolery that it just shuts off on its own, and I have to turn it back on because I'm still troubleshooting. But I try to make it work, and let's go back to this scene. I get this. The Canon is on, but it doesn't register it. So I'm going to show you this really quickly. If you can see this here, under System Information, what you'll do is that you'll press Option and then the Apple button, and then System Information will come up. You'll click it, and then you'll press USB, and you'll scroll down, because I have a bunch of these. And it says Canon digital camera. So the Mac is currently observing the fact that the Canon is connected to the camera. Then you go into camera, and it won't show up. It shows you, I have no idea what this is, the UVC. I'm assuming it's the built-in FaceTime camera, because it says so at the top. Okay. And then it shows the Juliana iPhone camera, which is my iPhone. But it doesn't show EOS, Canon utility, etc. because the Mac isn't processing that this is functional. Yeah, so you got to see, you got to see a visual representation of the fact that the USB is understanding that there is a Canon plugged into this, but the camera isn't understanding that there is a camera plugged into it, and that's just based off of the Ventura update. And I've called Apple many times to try to figure this out, and it would honestly be more trouble than it's worth to go all the way back and to try and get rid of the update that I did. It would just be really difficult. It was going to be a waste of my time from the beginning. I don't want to do that. I'm not planning on doing that. If you do plan on doing it, it's honestly terrible. I was talking about it with an Apple rep and I was like, okay, I really don't want to have to do that. But I guess this is my warning to you. Do not update your Mac. Don't update your Mac if you're not ready to do so, because Canon's not ready. So yeah, that's pretty much the information that I have. I wish I had more. I wish this was over. It makes me not want to stream, and I hate that. And there's already so many obstacles within streaming. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was informational. And I guess my only warning is don't download Ventura just yet because Canon's not ready. And the repercussions look exactly like this. Okay? Have a good one. Like and subscribe. Bye, YouTube.